wanna strip it off of you like turpentine. The streets are lined with gold, but baby, streets will fade in time. You don't see it. You don't see it. We could have it all. I wanna press a button, make it all rewind. Sit back in a lazy boy and watch it flash on by. You don't see it. You don't see it. We could have it all. Train is pulling round the track, charging forward, smoking black. Water's rising past my shoulder. Wake me when the storm is over. Hands over my eyes, over my heart. Scouts honor, I tried and picked it apart. You don't see me, but you don't see me. We could have it all. We could have it all. We could have it all. It all. It all. It all.
Hi everyone, welcome back to Raw, that's real authentic writing in music. And here she is in the studio, Aly Tadros. Aly,
Hi,
wonderful song.
thank you very much.
That's a very interesting band. I haven't seen, I can't remember the last time I saw a band that didn't have a drummer.
We do have a drummer, he's just out of town.
Oh, well, it sounded great without it though.
We won't tell him that.
Didn't sound like there's anything missing.
Yeah, thank you, I appreciate that.
So I read your bio online, and I came here tonight not knowing what to expect because you've got such a diverse background. I didn't know whether you'd be in a sombrero or a harem outfit.
I mean, like some nights I am, but usually not tonight.
So you've traveled from everywhere from Egypt to Mexico to obviously all over the United States.
Yeah, I mean, around the U.S. on tour, but a lot of the traveling that I did even beforehand was just studying. I did Middle Eastern politics when I was in school, and my parents just encouraged a lot of travel. So, you know, I moved to Turkey at a young age and kind of
Turkey.
didn't stop after that.
Very exciting. You lived in Mexico for a time, or you studied?
I did, actually. Well, that was after I started touring. I grew up in Laredo, Texas, which is on the Mexican border, and after I'd been on the road for about 8 months straight touring, I saved up a bunch of money, and I decided to get a bungalow down on the coast in a little snowbird destination. And I lived in the middle of nowhere for 2 months on the beach, and I wrote songs, and
Wow.
just kind of caught up on sleep and drank more tequila than one person should ever drink.
How long have you been playing music?
About 6 years now. Five going on 6 years, I think, in July.
Wow. I would have thought you were one of those child prodigies. prodigy.
No, I didn't start music until I was in college.
Interesting. No, I've never learned how to play an instrument. It's something I've always wanted to do. So when I hear someone that learns, older than 5, I'm like, okay, maybe I can still get in there.
There's still hope, yeah. I mean, I feel like you just have to have a willingness to sound like an idiot for a while. So maybe when
Got
you're a
that covered.
kid, you're just not aware of how stupid you sound. Maybe that's the trick.
That could be it. So where do you go for inspiration for songs? I mean, songwriting is another skill I'm very impressed by. I can't imagine writing a complete song that people would want to listen to.
Mm-hmm. I mean, the majority of my material is autobiographical. I think, like I joke sometimes that I write about the things that I would pay a therapist to deal with. Yeah, you write what you're afraid to say.
We've often talked on this show about how you don't meet many musicians that are just in a very good, stable, long-term relationship. Because there don't seem to be a lot of songs about that.
Yeah, well, I don't know that many people would listen to those songs, honestly, because, yeah, you go to music as an outlet.
Right. Now, do you find yourself writing music first, or the words first, or?
I mean, things usually start with a feeling, like there's always an intention, there's something that I need to get off of my chest. I'll start with a guitar part, and then when something feels right, then I'll just start singing a melody, and things just sort of spill out from there. I think the hardest part for me is getting it all out there, and then where it gets to be a lot of fun is the editing process.
I see. And your bio mentioned you speak several languages. You speak English.
Mm-hmm. Yes, I do. I speak Spanish. I speak Turkish as well, and a little bit of Arabic.
So, obviously, you've lived in these countries. At least you've lived in Turkey. You've lived in Mexico. You probably speak those languages pretty well.
Mm-hmm.
As a songwriter, do you find yourself writing music in those languages at all?
I haven't written in Spanish. I think when I first started, I did write a little bit. I have written in Turkish, and ironically, it was a song for my father because he speaks Arabic. He never taught me Arabic, so I wrote a song in Turkish about my frustration over that, which he does not understand because he doesn't speak Turkish. Yes.
So tell me about the next song we're going to hear.
The next song we're going to hear is on the Vihuela. It's called Silence and the Truth.
Silence and the Truth.
Mm-hmm.
So here's Aly Tadros with Silence and the Truth.
Got your mission statement written on the pavement for everyone to see. And all the world is watching, waiting for the washing. It shocked us from your knees. The mystery stains on your floral print. Drapes are bringing you down. It's been a bit of time since the contents of your mind have emptied out a sound. It's a new kind of being alone when doubt is all you know. But the little pink pills, they cure you of your ills and fill your time with ease. And day-to-day distractions, they spur you into action. Send your days flying over the mountains of to-dos and to dreams and to find wonder incomplete. And baby, can't you listen? The lessons that you're missing could lift you from your knees. It's a new kind of being alone. When doubt is all you know, you cannot separate the silence and the truth. You're praying on angels, praying for grace, some sort of guidance to show you the way. You're waiting in silence, waiting for space, no room to misstep and no time to waste. You're praying on angels, you're praying for grace. No room to misstep and no time to waste. With no room to misstep and no time to waste. With no room to misstep and no time to waste. And no time to waste. It's a new kind of being alone when doubt is all you know. When doubt is all you know. When doubt is all you know.
Hi, everyone. We're back. That was Aly Tadros, who's here in the studio. Aly, that was a beautiful song.
Thank you very much.
Now, that instrument you're playing, it's not a ukulele, it's not a guitar,
It is not. It's a vihuela.
a vihuela.
It's like a guitar. It's a 5-string instrument, and it's tuned similar to the way a guitar is, but it's a traditional Mexican mariachi instrument.
Okay.
I think that the joke is that Mexican mariachi bands were really tired of having to lug harpists around because one, I mean, like
Those
a
giant
harp
guitars?
is massive. Harps, actually. Traditional
harps.
traditional mariachi bands have harps in them, but they're massive, and apparently harpists are high maintenance. I'm sorry if there are any harpists out there, but
Yes.
so they built the vihuela because it's very harp-like and it's
Interesting.
very portable.
Much more portable than a harp.
Yes, yeah.
And where'd you get it?
I got it in Mexico. When I was living in Mexico, I went to a jam late one night, and I saw someone playing one, and I picked it up, and it reminded me of a lute, which is a Middle Eastern instrument that I cannot play for the life of me. And I loved it, so he told me that there was a town in central Mexico about 12 hours away where I could get one that was handmade very cheaply. And the town is Paracho. It's the luthier capital of North America. You go there.
what capital?
Luthier. People who make guitars. The majority of classical guitars that you get in the States are made in Paracho. So they're very, very inexpensive, but it's a really long drive through the mountains to get there. So I bought a buddy of mine a lot of beer and really just paid him in beer to drive me across Mexico. And I drove 12 hours, got to Paracho, bought the vihuela, and we turned around and drove right back.
I hope he saved the beer until after he got back. That's a lot of driving.
Yeah, it was quite a bit of driving. The funny thing is, it took more than 12 hours because we found out halfway through the trip that there were two parachos. There was the parachos de guitarras, of guitars, and the parachos de burros, where they're known for donkeys. And we were going towards the paracho that was known for donkeys.
Wow.
Crafted.
And donkeys are not as nearly as portable.
No, I mean, I didn't come home with a donkey, thank God.
Well, thank God you realized it mid-trip. Otherwise, who knows?
That song would have never been written.
So,
Yeah.
so where are you living now?
Out of my car mostly. So I live in Bushwick. I'm living in Brooklyn. I'm from Texas originally, but I moved here in April.
Excellent. Okay, and now tell me about the new CD, The Fits.
So The Fits is my sophomore album. It's my second full length, and it comes out January 15th.
Oh, so it's out.
Yep.
audience can find it.
Yeah, it's out now, and I've been working on it for the last year of my life. It's a big project.
Yeah, we meet a lot of musicians on this show, and I'm always in awe of the work they do. Putting together a CD, I mean, I'm a filmmaker, you know, when I can. That's a lot of work, but a CD just seems a lot harder.
I don't know about that. I mean, it's a labor of love, but yes.
Yeah, it's probably because I know I know nothing about it. I just, when I see those hundreds of knobs on that board.
No, I don't control any of that. No, I don't know how to do that.
So, how did you meet the other musicians in your band?
My drummer, who's not here, he and I actually toured together in Seattle years ago, and he moved here through mutual friends. I mean, Brian, my bassist off of Craigslist, the viola player is from Texas. He actually flew up to play the CD release. And both of my string players I saw playing one night at a club and approached them and gave them my music, and now I'm lugging them around.
Very cool. Now, in the first song we played, you played a ukulele.
I did.
And I just went to Hawaii last year, and I learned something interesting. Ukuleles are really big in Hawaii. Very big part of the culture. Everyone plays them. They're all over the place and hear them everywhere. But they're very new to Hawaii. They just came in the 1930s. Some dignitaries from Spain came in with ukuleles, and all the Hawaiians loved them, and everybody wanted a ukulele after that.
I did not know that.
Yeah, I just found that out myself. So how did you pick up the ukulele?
Literally, I think I just picked it up and wrote that song. And now I play the ukulele.
Oh.
My ex-boyfriend.
It's not as good a story as the
No, not
the other
nearly
one.
as enough. Well, my ex-boyfriend had one lying around the house, and I did a songwriting lodge where you sit down and you write many songs in a short period of time, and just wrote that song. And then after we broke up, I had to buy a ukulele. So now I play the ukulele.
Okay. Well, let's listen to another song. I believe you're going to play guitar on this one.
Yes. This next song is called Behind My Hands.
Okay. Behind My Hands by Aly Tadros.
Hospital rooms, they say you're out soon, and I cannot show my face. You enter in slowly, barefoot and lowly, with the buzz from the steel frames behind my hands. Your clouded eyes and stifled smile behind my hands. You're here but just for a while. You wrinkled up armies, cast it in plaster, said it was only a scratch. You're in stained garment, don't be alarmed, and swear that this time the meds last. Behind my hands, lifelines you all in white. Behind my hands, the images they come at night. sorry.
Hi, everyone. Welcome back. I'm Mike Veazey. This is Raw, Real Authentic Writing in Music. And we're talking to a very interesting singer-songwriter, Aly Tadros. Aly, I really am a big fan of your work.
Thank you.
You're going to be playing out a lot, I guess, with the new CD.
Yeah, I mean, I tour, it seems like at least 7 or 8 months of the year, but now especially that this new album is out, I'm taking my band out on the road with me. Touring nationally all around the U.S. and
Nice.
a bunch of international touring too.
Is it exciting touring, or is it's...
Yeah, I mean, I love it. It's sometimes I feel like being home is a little bit harder after you're on the road for a while. But I've been doing it for a couple of years, so I feel like I have friends everywhere now, and so it's like a
That's true.
reunion, you know, every town that I go to.
And you toured through Europe and...
Yeah, in the last couple of years I've been touring mostly like the UK and Germany and Switzerland, so I'll be back there in May this year.
What's your favorite place to play so far, if that's not...
Oh man, okay, this is kind of random, but there's a town in Indiana. It's Evansville, Indiana.
Evansville, okay.
Yeah, and I ended up there as a total fluke, my first tour, because my agent dropped all of the dates, and there was this little cafe that had a matinee opening, which is usually like a terrible time to play because
Sure.
no one's around, and if they are there, they're on their laptops. But there was one person at that one show who just was the right connector, and she asked me to come back. And since then, I've probably been to Evansville, Indiana more time than I've been home to see my parents.
Oh, wow.
And the shows there are incredible. I mean, it's, you know, we pack rooms, and we know half the people in the music community, and everyone's just been so supportive. They're like family now. And if you were to ask me 6 years ago, you know, if I was going to be spending time in Indiana,
Right.
I would have told you, where's Indiana? Geography was never really my thing, but it is now because I'm all over the place. Otherwise, Germany is incredible. Switzerland, I mean, everywhere in Europe is really wonderful.
Where can we find your CD?
You can go to my website, just alytadros.com, and you'll find links to the album. But it's on iTunes, Amazon, Bandcamp, anywhere you can buy music is where you'll find the album.
It's a really exciting time for musicians. That, you know, you can. Are you self-distributing? I mean, you have a.
I am. Yeah, I you know, put out the album myself, and run that whole gamut.
Yeah. All right. Well, Aly Tadros, it's wonderful to meet you.
Likewise. Yeah.
Good
Thanks
luck
for having me.
with the CD. Good luck with the tour.
Thank you.
And thank you for watching Real Authentic Writing in Music. That's Raw. I'm Mike Veazey, and we'll see you next time.
Your heart's hid out like the sliver of a moon under brooding skies. It's light fills the room, ain't nothing for miles but perfect white snow. Soldier, stay a while. I hear it gets cold. You could come inside and rest your head here, lay on by the fire. You could come inside, there's nothing to fear, lay on by the fire. And when the storm rolls through, I wanna take care of you, shelter you, 'cause I'm not afraid to bruise your wounds and your wars. They'll do me no harm, lick the fire from the stove, and I'll keep you warm. You can come inside and rest your head here, lay on by the fire. You could come inside, there's nothing to fear, lay on by the fire. And I'm not here to bandage you, Lord knows I've been tempted to, but I've seen my share of battles too, and in my life afraid to lose. I want someone to see the winner through. Won't you come inside, oh, and rest your head here on by the fire? You could come inside, there's nothing to fear. Just lay on by, just lay on by the fire. I got nothing to feel. I got nothing to feel, love. I got nothing to feel, love. Your heart's hid out like the sliver of a moon, but your light fills the room.